Okay, all right. So welcome. All right, hold on. I think from now on, at the beginning of every homework video, I'm gonna do a little thing called hair check. So it's just me checking out my hair, making sure it's nice and bouncy. Okay, all right. So welcome. So what we're gonna do today is this. Okay, so your homework is 4 word problems. Now I understand that you guys haven't done word problems, at least not this year. So uh, although that does not excuse you from not knowing it, because I'm sure you spent a lot of time last year doing word problems. So what I'll do is this: I'm not gonna go over any specific question, but going over all 4 questions and just talk about what the keywords are for which operation. Okay, I think that would suffice because once you know, even if you're stuck, but once you know the operation, then you know what to do. I mean, these are pretty easy. Okay. All right, so let's go over it. All right, now let's start at 41. All right, so what I'll do is I'll keep track of this. So 41. All right, what does 41 say? Explain how the error 3 eighths plus 2 eighths equals 5 sixteenths was made. All right, now if you want to actually pause this and do this yourself, you can. Okay, so go ahead and pause it if you want to. All right, and explain how the error was made. Now, a lot of you know what the error was. I would say 99% of you do. Although I would say that some of you, I would say like 2 out of the 120 people, you know, from our class, are actually trying to add the denominator. Okay, you can't do that because the denominators, you can never add the denominators outright like that. Okay, even if they're the same or if they're different, it doesn't matter. Now, that question is actually pretty easy, right? Because you knew what the answer is. It's not 5 sixteenths. What is it? That's right, 5 eighths. Okay, so what the error is? Well, you can add what is the error, not what the error is. You add the denominator. You can not add the denominators together. Okay, now some of you might be wondering why. Well, that's because if you're comparing two things as part of a whole, by adding them, you're not gonna create more different. You're not gonna create more separate parts. Okay, you can't you can't add one half of a pizza and one half of a pizza. And next thing you know, you got 2/4 of a pizza. Like you got less pizza, right? Think about that, right? Okay, all right. So 41. Okay, so I just said it, so I guess I don't need to write it now. Number 42. What is 42? Oh, that was the Halloween question from last year. Interesting. First class postage in the U.S. costs 33 cents for an ounce. Your letter weighs 3/4 of an ounce. Do you need to pay extra postage for clipping that weighs 3/8 of an ounce? Okay, so think about that. Do you need to? All right, pause. Okay, all right. So, okay, so first things first. U.S. Postal Service, like, if it gets really close, by the way, like they're not gonna care whether or not you pay 34 cents for a stamp or you put, you add another stamp for 68 cents. Okay, if it's close. Now, if you're gonna mail out, a I don't know, a microwave oven on one stamp, obviously that's not gonna work. But in general, they're not gonna weight every parcel. Okay, but it's kind of an honor system, I guess. Okay, so 1 ounce is 33 cents. Your letter weighs 3/4 of an ounce. So, obvi, that you're not over. Okay, that's one for 1 ounce. Now, if you add 3/4 to 3/8, it took me a while to understand that question. So maybe you need to know this too. So what they're saying is your letter is 3/4 of an ounce, and then you're adding something else that is 3/8 of an ounce. Okay, so what do you think you need to find out by doing? In other words, what's the operation? That's right, add, right? So you add 3/4 to 3/8 and then see if it goes over 1 ounce. Okay. All right. Number 43. Well, I've written nothing yet, so it's quite an accomplishment on my part. Fisherman caught a fish that weighed 6 3/4 pounds. Today he got a fish that's weighed 3 8 1/4. How much heavier is today's fish than yesterday's fish? All right, what's the operation? Pause. That's right. Subtract. Okay, so subtract those two numbers. You got it. Number 44. There were 3 snowstorms last winter. The storms dropped 3.5 inches, 6.5 inches, and 10 3/4 inches of snow. What was the combined snowfall? So, I mean, what's the keyword there? Think about that. Yeah, combined. Good. How are you? Combined. All right. So, what operation is that? That's right. You add. Okay, so maybe I should have done that. So subtract. All right. So hopefully that's enough help to get you going. All right, and I'm gonna sign off. All right, because I feel like got too long already. So, all right, have a good day. Ciao.
OMG, that was so good.